Here we go.
Let's
You're
go.
live. Yes, that's what we wanted. All right.
Let's go, Eagles fans. Welcome, everybody. If you're just tuning in, today's a big day.
Mm-hmm. Tell him, Parker. What's going on today?
Yeah, I'll tell him, Owen. Today, the Eagles challenged the Rams in the NFC divisional round. Game 3. Obviously, there was 2 games yesterday. Chiefs took the win over the Texans, and then the Commanders made it to the NFC championship game with a rookie quarterback, Jaden Daniels, scoring 45 points with pretty next level stuff. There was 42 total points scored in that second quarter yesterday. And so that's who the Eagles or the Rams will be playing next round, next week in the NFC championship game. A rookie quarterback and a Commanders team that is bottom half of the league in their defense, but they have a next level offense. And so that's who the Eagles or the Rams will be getting to play. But first is today. They battle each other first. So
Yes. We're focusing on the present.
Exactly.
Last night, Parker, Luke, and I were texting, and Luke and I were getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, talking about how we match up with the Commanders, and Parker was like, whoa. Let's
like, hold on.
slow your roll, guys.
Like, whenever we start to get our hopes up in Philadelphia, it always comes crashing down.
Yeah.
So in order to get to that championship game, they first have to beat the Rams here today. And so that's what we're going to be talking about a little bit. We're going to be getting you guys pumped up. I'm already getting pumped up about this game coming up. It's when does it start? 3 p.m.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we got less than an hour until game time.
Yep.
It's going to be a little snowy in Philadelphia. We're in the suburbs, I guess you could say, of greater Philadelphia area.
Yeah.
And so it's right now, current weather is, it's currently like sleeting / snowing. It's like a mixture. It's a wintry mix, I would say, right now.
Which I think is probably what Philly will also be getting. I will see. It could change over the course of the game, like that Browns Ravens game where it started out fine, and then at the end of the fourth quarter it was all snow. So that I think we're kind of, a lot of teams would not root for snow. I think the Eagles are one of the few teams that we would be like, snow, bring it. Yeah, that's great. We'll run it down your throat with Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, and when you have the best running back in the league, you kind of root for that a little bit. Also, you're playing the Rams, who are from Southern California.
Yep.
And is there a lot of snow in Southern California, Owen?
Not that I know of.
No, there's not. So Matthew Stafford, have you seen those stats about him in cold weather games?
He hasn't done great.
No, he hasn't done great. Now, he used to play in Detroit, right? So he does have a little bit of history there.
That is an indoor home stadium.
Exactly. It is. But he does have a little bit of history with cold weather, at least. He would be getting to work every single day. It'd be cold up there. So he does have a little bit of that history. But you're right. He's not used to playing these winter weather conditions. And so do you want to start with Saquon?
Yeah. I think that's always a great place to start. The last time the Eagles played the Rams, Saquon torched them. He had over 300 total yards. That was when there was a small window in the regular season where we were like, could Saquon actually win MVP?
There was.
And that game was part of that.
It was.
The whole country saw him destroy the Rams on Sunday Night Football. So obviously the Rams are going to come in looking to stop that. They're going to be like, no matter what else happens, we're not letting Saquon Barkley do that to us again. So they'll definitely be gearing up to stop the run. But obviously we know the Eagles can run anybody, and especially if the weather is bad, they're going to have to run a lot. And I'm not too worried about it, because even if they gear up to stop Saquon, we have a running quarterback in Jalen Hurts who can make things happen as well. We trust Kenneth Gainwell as the backup too. So I think there's options where even if they try to bottle up Saquon, or even if they successfully do, the Eagles can still win.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree with you. The Eagles running game is pretty next level. Saquon had 255 rushing yards last time they played the Rams, and he had 2 touchdowns too. So here's a stat for you, Owen. I want to ask you if this is concerning for you at all. Okay. All right. Here's the stat. There's been 8 times when a player has rushed for over 250 yards in the regular season. Did you see this?
I did. I'm sorry to ruin your stat.
Okay,
I did see this.
In the previous 7
Let's talk
times.
about it.
All right, so does this make you concerned, though? The previous 7 times this happened, in the postseason, they were under 100 yards rushing when they played the same team in the postseason. Does that scare you, knowing that Saquon had over 250 yards Do you think he'll get to 100 rushing yards this game? Do you think the Rams will just limit him and just put 7-8 guys in the box every single time he gets the ball? What are your thoughts there on that?
I think it's very possible. I think that they could load up and be like, we will make somebody other than Saquon beat us. We do love stats.
Yes. I was a huge stat guy.
Yeah, Parker's been bringing more stats lately. If you watch like really old episodes, I brought stats and Parker was more goofy, but we've balanced it out over the years. We found a good mix, both of us. I try to be more goofy also now. But yeah, I think that regardless, I think the Eagles should be fine. Either the Rams do successfully manage to stop Saquon and that trend continues and he's under 100. But if they do that, I think that they will open up other opportunities and the Eagles can take advantage of that, whether it's RPOs and Jalen Hurts running and they overcommit to Saquon, or just in the passing game, they can take advantage of that. So I think they're fine, even if Saquon doesn't run for 100 yards, the Eagles can and should probably win the game. And then the other side, I could easily make the case that this is one of the greatest offensive line running back combos ever. He could have broken the single season rushing record. So even though those other 8 had that happen, this is a different case. Saquon can of course go over 100.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm right there with you too. I think Saquon is just a special human, and so special humans do special things.
That's what we say.
I think that is what you say. So I'm super excited. I would take Saquon over 100 for sure today.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. We barely got that right last time. 105 was the line against the Packers, and he got it on his last run.
Yeah, on his very last attempt. So
we barely got that one.
That's normally how it is with over-unders. It comes down to the very end of the game.
Yeah. Are you worried about the Rams offense in any way particularly?
Yes. Yeah. I'm worried about Puka. I mean, Puka Nacua is just an absolute beast. Last time they played, his stats, I can actually pull them up right here. Puka had 117 yards. Okay, 9 catches, 117 yards, and some of the catches he made were like amazing catches, like falling out of bounds. Just stuff that only Puka can do. And Puka, when healthy, is a special human, just like Saquon. He is a special guy, and he's healthy right now. Puka is. So I'm very concerned about Puka Nacua. Like, Matthew Stafford. Okay, I'm not too worried about. But once the ball gets in Puka's hands, I'm worried about what he can do to the defense. I think he can create plays that other normal humans just cannot create. There was nobody that the Eagles played last week on Green Bay, especially when they started losing their wide receivers, that was nearly as good as Puka. And Puka he's one of the top, I think, 3 to 5 wide receivers in the league, in my opinion. So that is very worrisome for me. I think the Eagles, especially without, like, Alec Burks might be in, or what, Trotter?
Orion Burks.
Yeah.
Alec Burks is a basketball.
Oh, shoot, I was thinking about him. Or Trotter Jr., too.
Yeah.
One of the two of those guys.
Whoever's in for Nakobe Dean is a downgrade.
And so I'm worried about, okay, like, man, what are the matchups going to look like once Puka catches the ball? Can the Eagles tackle?
That's, my concern. I agree. I'm worried about Puka. We haven't seen a receiver really do that to the Eagles secondary, which is a new experience. We're like, oh, this secondary, we're used to receivers getting locked up now with this secondary. But yeah, he was really good against them. I'm worried about Kyron Williams because of the linebackers, like you said. I'm worried that Sean McVay will be able to take advantage of that. Be like, oh, they're missing Nakobe Dean. Let me get the ball in Kyron Williams' hands, and then they won't be able to tackle him.
Right.
I could very much see that happening. Scott Cherry said that the Eagles are going to win by 24. That would be awesome.
I would love that. The one thing that I saw in Kyron Williams is that he's not as good as Josh Jacobs and some of the elite running backs, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, when it comes to yards after first contact. Yeah. So just yards after, or not yards after catch, but yards after first contact. He's not quite at an elite level. So I feel like once the Eagles get their hands on him, and the defensive line of the Eagles is like amazing. I feel like they can. I feel like they can bottle him up. You've got the run stopper Jordan Davis. he could stop Kyron, and then obviously Milton Williams is amazing to when it comes to stopping the run, and
Yes.
Jalen Carter is just a stud on both aspects, passing and running. So, yeah, I think Kyron will get bottled up. I hope so, at least he'll break one probably, but I'm really worried about that passing attack. We'll see. It'll be interesting. I could see a world where there just isn't a whole lot of offense going on besides Saquon. Like I could see a very low scoring battle. But I honestly think the Eagles are positioned well for this game.
Yeah, I agree. I'm very confident. We've been confident in the Eagles.
The
I was
whole
gonna say
season.
all year. There was we were very confident, and there was like a little bit of a dip after the first 4 weeks.
Everybody dipped
But
after the first 4 weeks.
Yeah,
Though.
we're very confident in the Eagles. So even though those are our concerns, because you gotta keep it a little bit balanced. I think that the Eagles should be able to win this game. I don't know if they'll win by 24, but that would be awesome. I would love that.
That would be amazing. Yeah,
that'd be a fun game.
I mean,
for us.
what did the Rams win by last week?
Yeah, they dominated. Their defensive line getting all those sacks versus the Eagles' offensive line trying to stop them, one of the best offensive lines in the league, is going to be very entertaining to watch. I think that the Eagles should win this. Like you said, I could very well see it being close because the Eagles don't win in the ways that like the Lions are winning in the regular season of like these big wins. They've had a couple of blowout wins against bad teams, but against good teams they really just like grind it out. And I think that kind of confuses some people that haven't watched the Eagles all year. Like even the Packers game, like they didn't play up to their full potential.
They
obviously,
always no,
but
you're
they
right.
they grind out wins, and it doesn't look amazing all the time.
It doesn't.
They just get it done.
They do. They get it done, and it's so weird. They put together these long drives sometimes, and then they force a turnover or two here and there, and then they just don't make mistakes. And I feel like that's what they're doing better than other teams this year. Is that Jalen Hurts? Okay, yes, he only has 130 passing yards. Like last time when they played the Rams, he only had 150 some passing yards. I think or 170, something like that. He doesn't have these crazy passing statistics, and yet they win by they beat the Rams by what 17 points last time.
Yeah.
So like
He doesn't need to do that.
he just hasn't been turning the ball over. He didn't turn the ball over against Green Bay. Every time when he couldn't find someone open, he just threw it out of bounds. And it's like we see that, and we see his like 13 for 27 stat line, and we're like, what is going on with Jalen? But really, he's not doing anything to give the game to the other team. And the defense, we didn't know this going into the year, but the defense is literally insane this year, the best defense in the league. And so when you're not turning the ball over and you have the best defense in the league, your quarterback doesn't have to be crazy.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be a game. He doesn't have. He can be a game manager essentially. Doesn't have to be a Josh Allen or a Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
So I
Exactly.
don't know. It's just super exciting to see what this defense looks like, and it's given Jalen the opportunity to, just actually. He doesn't have to be Superman. You know what I mean? Josh Allen has to be Superman because his defense is going to give up 30 points per game. The Eagles are going to give up like 17. You know what I mean?
Which is the same with Patrick Mahomes. This year, he hasn't had to be Superman at all. He just has to
because
facilitate.
his defense.
He doesn't have to do too much.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is, we like to have that be to the detriment of a quarterback. But I think Jalen put it perfectly in one of his press conferences during this week, where he was like, "You guys are very concerned about my stats and all of this. Like, I just want to win. I don't care what I have to do. I just care about whether or not we won." So I think that was very well said by him. How many sacks will the Eagles defense get?
I really think the Eagles defense can take advantage of the interior of the Rams offensive line. The Rams offensive line, it's a little weak. It's nothing special, and so I think they can get 3 sacks. I really do. I really think they can easily get 3 sacks.
Okay.
I mean, you could see a world where they pull a Chiefs yesterday and end up getting like 7 sacks, 8 sacks.
They just do to the Rams what the Rams did to the Vikings.
Yeah, but I could see they don't have Brandon Graham. Yeah. Brandon Graham destroyed the Rams in game 1 versus them in the regular season.
Yeah.
But I think Milton Williams could get 1. Jalen Carter, I could see him feasting today. Could see him getting 2.
Yeah. Jalen Carter, I think, will be the X factor in this game. If Jalen Carter blows up some plays, the Eagles are going to win.
I feel like that's a lock. Jalen Carter is my favorite player right now on the Eagles. I know it's crazy, and I can never get his jersey because I just don't weigh enough. Like I feel like the limit is like 200 pounds. If you weigh more than 200, you can get like an offensive or defensive lineman's jersey.
Yeah, but 98 just doesn't fit on a slender frame.
No, it doesn't. So I'm
with you.
I can't get his jersey. Like I'm just physically limited.
Yeah.
But if I was strong enough, I would get his jersey. It's just he's my favorite player right now on the Eagles.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah, I know.
I have all the options. That's
every time. So like, you know how on defense you can look at like one or two players?
Yeah.
I always look at Jalen Carter.
It's a good spot to look. He'll be in the middle of the action.
Yeah, and then if you look in the secondary, they're off the screen in like 2 seconds anyway. So I just look right at Jalen Carter every time just to see what's going on. He's definitely my favorite player right now.
Nice. Okay, it's about to be 2:30. We want to get you guys out of here in time to go watch the game, get set up, all that. So let's do bingo, and then we'll make our like final predictions.
Okay, I like that.
So for anybody who
explain the bingo board.
Yeah, for anybody who was not here last year, a thing that we started in the playoffs last year was we did a bingo board for first we did it for the Eagles-Bucks game, and then once the Eagles were eliminated, we did it for like the divisional round, and then we skipped a week. We did it for the championship round weekend, and then for the Super Bowl. And it's just a bingo board of things that we think will happen. And we had a couple requests to bring it back this year, so we're gonna do that. So I will pull that up, and while I'm getting that, just a heads up to you guys, we talked last week about how our Eagles hype video blew up. That video actually got us to where we can monetize our YouTube channel, so shout out to you guys. Go. We're very excited about that.
Awesome stuff.
So now when you comment, you have the option of doing supers, which is just like if you want to support the channel, you're like, this is great, I'm loving this. You can send like an amount of money with your comments. So we have supers, and we have channel memberships. So that's new. We're still working on what exactly the bonus content will be.
But there will be bonus content.
But if you want it, then we have channel membership set up. So supers and channel membership, just a new thing we have available to you guys. If you're interested in doing that. But I know it's not like you have to comment $1 with your comment to be able to get something on the bingo board. We're not doing that.
So speaking of the bingo board,
if you feel so inclined.
Yeah, there's a lot of player props, essentially, things that could happen during the game. And obviously the goal is just to get bingo. And so if you want something on the bingo board, just comment something that, a player prop, something that you think could happen. We're obviously not going to make it too easy. Last year. Yeah,
this is last year's as an example.
Yeah, so you can see some different things like Eagles wide receiver screen, gets 20 yards, or Swift 20-yard run, or a holding penalty or a fight or stuff like that. So we'll start us out, and then if there's any other comments that want to add stuff, we can obviously do that. I think we should replace, just looking at the one in the middle there, Hassan Reddick sack. We should replace it with either a Milton Williams sack or a Jalen Carter sack.
I like Jalen Carter. Okay. Since we hyped him up so much, your favorite player.
Okay.
Let's put a Jalen Carter sack in there. I like that. That's a good start. Can we keep Hurts tush push TD?
I like that.
Let's just leave that.
Yep, leave that there.
Yeah. Jake Elliott makes a 50+ yarder. We could change that to misses 50+ yarder the way he's been this year.
Yeah, let's do that, because he hasn't made a 50+ yarder the entire season.
If Jake Elliott makes a 50+ yard field goal to send the Eagles to the NFC Championship game, that'd be crazy.
That would be pretty wild. Can we do misses a 45+ yard field goal? Because I don't think he'll even get an attempt on 50.
They'll just go for it on 4th down. I like that.
Yeah, let's do 45 yards.
Can we run back one from last week, which was successful, that the Eagles have, at some point in the game, the Eagles run a screen that gains 0 yards or less?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have to do, I think we should do first half, because you had said
in the first half. Okay.
A first half screen pass
that
goes for, I would say, 2 yards or less.
Okay. That would be a failed screen.
It would be a failed screen.
Yeah. Which one do we want to replace? I don't want to just do like the top line. let's replace Mike Evans 10 plus
Yeah.
yard touchdown. So
A failed
first half
screen pass.
failed.
And Owen called it last week. The Eagles always have one of these. A failed screen pass, 2 or less yards in the first half. It always seems to happen. They do the same exact thing. They don't take the top off of the defense,
Yeah.
and the defense is just running downhill.
Mhm.
It happens every single year. So, and every single game this year. So we'll
It literally feels like it has happened every game. I
Yeah.
don't know how to explain it, but
All
yeah.
right, I like that one. So let's see. I like the punt inside the 10. We can keep that one.
Okay. Yeah. Believe that.
Is Mann still the punter?
Yep.
Okay, so
Braden Man.
we're good there.
Yeah.
A false start on Kelsey. We got to switch that one up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
History. Our first ever super comment.
Oh no way, we got a super.
Shout out to Chris Titter.
Oh, let's
supporter
go.
since day one. He's one of our first guests on a video. What are the videos we've done with Chris? We did Ultimate Frisbee.
Ultimate Frisbee, that's true.
All of the flag football series.
Some of the sports, some of the time versus all sports all the time.
He was on the episode with us that we recorded in the car where we drove to March Madness and we just recorded an episode while we were driving to Philly.
That's true. That's true.
That's an all-time
Went to go see a March Madness game. That was fun. Thanks OG Chris right
Love
there.
you, Chris.
New record there. New record.
Yeah. First ever. We should, if we can give away memberships, we should probably I'll look into that. We should give Chris a channel membership just for being like an OG
Yeah.
person. We should give him one for
That's
free.
true.
My dad's got a couple Eagles D 2 interceptions and Eagles D 4 sacks.
Should we do?
We've got individual player sacks. We could assign a couple interceptions to players.
Yeah, we could. Do you want to do specific players or just the entire team to 2 interceptions? That seems.
What do you to the Eagles get to it? We could say we had Baker Mayfield INT. We could do Matthew Stafford 2+ interceptions.
Well, the chances that I think we would just do 1 interception. Like Matthew Stafford takes care of the ball.
That's true.
I think we should just do
Matthew Stafford 1.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I like that. Matthew Stafford interception. So roughing the passer on the Eagles defense.
Honestly, still possible.
I say you leave that one.
Okay.
So we got the first row figured out.
Especially after the Chiefs game. Baker Mayfield passing TD. Let's do a positive Rams thing here because we had a positive Bucks thing. What's something that we think a Rams offensive player?
I think we should do a Puka Nacua touchdown or
Okay.
Puka Nacua. What's his over under on receptions like?
We'd have to pull that up, but I mean probably we're trying to keep it to single events. I don't know if we want to do over under.
Yeah, that's true.
I like Puka Nacua
right,
receiving touchdown.
Let's do that then. Let's do that receiving touchdown.
Or just touchdown. He could run one in.
Okay, all right.
Sure.
QB draw on 3rd down. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Oh, can I? I'll change this one. I think with what I said about the Rams overcommitting to Saquon, I think that Jalen Hurts will run a QB draw and gain 10+ yards.
Okay.
At one point.
All right.
If you're okay with
I'm fine with that.
As I start typing it. Approved. Okay. Our second ever super. Wow, this is great. I mean, it's my dad, but
Hey, that still counts.
Also, there's like a gold. Oh, it says the number. Oh, okay. So
he's
you guys
been
can
there-
see how much people donate.
Been there from day one.
Literally. No offense, Chris, but my dad has been there longer.
Literally day one. I think we should do.
No, we gotta have a free one in the middle. We didn't hit at all last year, so I think we gotta have one free space.
Gotta have one free space. Just because gotta help out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should do a jet sweep. A Rams jet sweep. They love
the jet sweep.
They love the jet sweep. I feel like they're gonna run one.
Can we replace James Bradbury on that one? James Bradbury allows 20+ yard catch. That definitely hit last year.
Yeah, it definitely hit last year.
For sure hit. Rams jet sweep.
We should have Burks getting torched on a. We should have.
Oh yeah, how do we quantify Burks
20
misses a tackle and then it goes?
Well, no, just
how do we assign
Burks
in coverage?
I would say Burks gives up a 20-yard pass.
Okay. Should we
Or
replace
no 20-yard play
muffed
because
punt?
it could just be like he misses a tackle.
But with a run, I feel like it's not as much on him. I think that would be a little unfair to him.
No, but you can tell when it's on him. If he
I
misses
guess.
a clear tackle,
Yeah, but then he would have to miss a tackle, and then no one else like has a shot at it. Like
Yeah.
it would only be if
yeah,
he...
exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
I think we can easily figure that out.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I think it's like Oren Burks,
Yeah.
but I'm not
I
positive.
think
If you
that's
could
right.
look
I'll
that up
double check,
quick.
yeah.
Allows 20-yard play.
You're right. You're right. That's how you spell.
Oren Burks. Okay. I think I said Orion earlier. Sorry, Oren.
If he even is he gonna play or is Trotter gonna play?
I don't know, honestly. I don't think they said.
So-
Fangio said they could both play.
So let's just do linebacker core because
Okay.
it could be Zach Vaughn.
That'll be cool. Yeah, I think that's a good move. I like Blankenship for an interception.
Okay.
Matthew Stafford's one pick comes from
So let's
like
switch,
an overthrow.
let's switch that out with Swift.
And
the
then
20+ yard run.
Okay, yeah. Blankenship INT. Oh, his name is too long. Gotta spread this out. There we go.
I think we should
Yeah.
have a
I think a Stafford overthrow is the most likely pick.
Kyron Williams 20+ yard run
Okay.
or 15+ yard run.
Yeah, 15.
15.
Let's replace the false start on Kelsey.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put Kyron because Williams is gonna be long. 20+
20 or 15.
yard run. I like 15 because I honestly think they're gonna shut him down pretty
Okay,
well.
let's do 15.
We had an Antoine Winfield Jr. interception. I like keeping fight skirmish
Yeah.
because of Jared versus
I
comments.
agree. Yeah, I saw
I
that.
think that Jalen Carter could be involved. I think that the Eagles' offensive line could be involved with Jared Vert. Like, there's some tension coming into this game.
We should do a Nick Sirianni mismanaging the game.
Eagles failed 4th down conversion. Would that be mismanaged?
Well,
like, how else do you think
I
he
think
could?
mismanaging is like not calling a timeout when you should,
Okay.
or like
But
letting
that's
the
like a
clock run
little bit
too
of
low.
our judgment.
It is, but
That's a bit of a gray area.
okay. Then I would say,
We could pick something specific.
I think we should do like Nick Sirianni blowing or like if he misses a challenge flag.
Nick
is another one.
Sirianni failed challenge.
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
that.
That's a fun one.
That is a fun one. What are the odds? Not very likely, but this is what bingo is all about.
Actually, yeah, let's not put that in the middle one with the free space. Let's put that somewhere a little less. You think Jalen Hurts fumbles? Keep that.
Oh,
or leave it?
Jalen Hurts turnover. Let's have that.
Okay,
Because
one Jalen
that-
Hurts turnover.
Because it could be a fumble or interception.
Okay.
He would have to lose the fumble though.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the Nick Sirianni failed challenge here.
Okay.
Can we do a positive one for Jalen also then?
Yeah.
Balance it out a little bit. What's a positive
Well,
thing?
we already
think?
did the push touchdown.
That's true. That's true.
I would say Nick Sirianni or no, Jalen Hurts 200+ yards. Or are we not doing the yards ones?
Yeah. Like a specific. I mean, I guess I did have Jalen Hurts QB draw also. We could do another positive, like a receiver, Devontae Smith 10+ yard touchdown. Do we like keeping that?
I like keeping that.
Okay.
Let's also do one about AJ.
Yeah. Let's get AJ Saquon.
AJ, I think AJ.
We can take out a coach throws a challenge flag. Let's put AJ here. In this
Oh,
corner.
AJ. Two slant catches. Like,
Okay. Yeah. That one I'm fine. 2 is like a fine. That's easy to track.
Yeah,
It's not like
easy to
a
track.
7 catches thing. Like 2 slant catches, we can easily be like, all right, there's one. We need the other one.
right.
Okay.
Because
I
he
like.
always has catches off the
I like
off
where
of
we're
his
at.
slant.
Chris is betting the house on a Kyron TD. I think that's fair. That could definitely happen.
How expensive is
At
the
least-
house?
At
Like,
least one.
is it like 200 grand?
You're asking the real estate guy.
400 grand? Like that could be a very expensive. That it could be a very expensive bet right there.
Ooh, Eagles screen pass for negative yardage. We've got a failed screen pass, 2 or less. I love this one. I think just like Eagles Snow Angel celebration as the tile. I think that's a really
Wait,
fun
but is
one.
there going to be enough snow? Then,
That's basically what we're betting on, because if there's snow, I feel like they would do a Snow Angel celebration.
Okay.
And something would have to happen for them to celebrate. So we're basically betting on will it snow enough.
Okay, so
I
let's
think
switch
that's a
that
fun
with
one.
Antoine Winfield right there.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Eagles Snow Angel celebration. We're not trying to go like too specific that like the defense celebrates, because like I said, the last year we never completed a
We
bingo.
never got a bingo.
So
right.
we're trying to like kind of balance like some fun ones, but also we do want to get it.
Ooh,
So
the
we got to
failed-
replace this.
failed chant. Yeah, we got to replace that one.
Do we want to keep Landon Dickerson holding penalty? Who do you think on the offensive line is most likely to hold?
Mackay Becton.
I was thinking the same
Let's
thing.
do Mackay Becton.
No offense, Mackay. It's just a
actually been
great
very good this
offensive
year.
line.
Yeah.
You are only the worst on the offensive line because everyone else is ridiculously good. So don't feel bad about this if you're watching 20 minutes before the game starts. Okay. Eagles D-line forces fumble. I like that. Kyron Williams
like
is known to
that.
fumble sometimes. We can replace this because we already have a screen one. Saquon. Something for Saquon. We haven't done that yet.
Yeah. Saquon.
20 plus. We gave Kyron a 15 plus. We give Saquon a 20 plus.
I think we should
Or
give
25.
Saquon a 25.
Yeah,
plus.
let's go for it.
Saquon 25 plus yard run. He's got to break one. He broke two of them last game.
He could have taken the other one all the way. Yeah. Oh, there you go. It's a Barbie dream house.
Oh yeah.
So that's an expensive one.
That is very expensive. Jeez, wow. That's
Chris,
very risky.
Give us one more, Chris. We have two more to replace. One more to put on the board here.
Yeah.
Do you have another?
So
we've got this one and this one. The failed challenge. We put that somewhere else. So
we should.
We had a delay of game on the Bucks last year.
We should do like a Jared verse sack. Because
I hate
he was
to put
talking
that,
all this
but it could
smack.
happen. It could happen.
He was talking all this smack. Let's see if we.
I like that.
Let's see if he actually gets one.
That's good.
I don't want to cross that one off on our bingo board.
No, definitely not. Okay, last one. We'll give Chris a second to think of one since I requested it. Well, we could think of one, and then if he does come in with one, we can swap it out.
Swap one out. Yeah.
So we got a lot of Eagles defense in here. We have a couple of Rams ones. We have Jake Elliott and Braden Mann covered, so we're not worried about them. Oh, I know one. Grace gave me one, and I almost forgot about it.
Okay.
So we'll finish off the bingo board with this, and if Chris gives one, we'll swap another. Will they show Jason Kelsey on TV at the game?
Oh, okay.
Because I was like, she asked if he was going to be there, and I was like,
appearance.
I'm not certain that he'll be there because
They might
he's like working
zoom
and
him
like
in, though.
he could be at the game. I don't know if he'll be there or not. So
Jason
see.
Kelsey appearance.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, like
Appearance, I would say.
okay,
Like
just
on TV.
on screen.
Yeah, on-screen appearance.
Okay, he doesn't have to be at the game.
No.
I was thinking in-game attendance, but that's fine. I'm good with that too. Just we
yes.
see Jason Kelsey, but not commercial like
No.
during the broadcast.
Right.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm glad I remembered that one. Taylor Swift screen appearance.
Similar vibes.
That would be
Similar
yeah.
vibes.
Lap Family Creative. I love Jalen Carter. Lap Family Creative. That's where you can go to get our merch. I think somebody might have switched over to that account because my family also runs that account. But yeah, that's another thing. We can link our store. It's not currently linked, but we can. So that'll happen soon. You can go to Lap Family Creative on Etsy to get our merch. So here's our bingo board for the game today.
It's a beautiful bingo board.
Yeah.
It's I think this is. I'm so excited. The game starts in 15 minutes. So
yeah, we got to get out of here. So let's make our predictions.
Let's make our predictions real quick. I'm predicting. Let's just predict. Who do you think is going to win and what's the score?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll go with that.
Eagles, obviously, I think are going to win. I think the final score is going to end up being 27-17. I'm feeling a 10-point victory for the Eagles. 27-17. I think the defense is going to hold them below that 17 number, like the 17.9 number, like their average is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling a 27-17 victory. Let's go, Birds.
I gotta stop having you do these first because we were thinking similarly, and I'm like, dang it! Now
You
my
can't
score
copy
prediction.
me.
I really like that. Mine's gonna be very similar.
No, you can do whatever you want. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty low scoring because of the weather. I think that I also trust in the Eagles defense a lot, so I think the Rams are not going to score a bunch. Chris says Eagles 31-19. If the Eagles put up over 30 in this game, I would be so confident that they win. If you tell me the Eagles are going to put up 30, I would say that's a win in this game. I'll say the Eagles score 28, 4 touchdowns. They don't in the bad weather, they don't want Jake kicking it. So I will say the Eagles score 28 and the Rams score 21. There's no field goals in this game. It's just touchdown on
After
touchdown.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad said 19-13. That would be a stressful game. 19-13.
That one possession
and
score.
And you know if it's a 19-13 game and the Eagles win, then they go into the NFC Championship game and everyone's like, oh, the Commanders, they scored a bunch. But yeah. And then Eagles win 31-13. Hey, that was my prediction last week.
That's
Copying
true.
me.
It was.
Chris does fins up.
Fins down. They're out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Go enjoy Cancun, Dolphins.
The Dolphins would not want to be playing in this game. It's going to be so cold. They experienced that last year in the playoffs. They don't want.
They don't like that.
So
there's a reason why dolphins are in the ocean, down south where it's warm.
Yeah, they wouldn't survive in the cold water.
No.
So I got Eagles 28-21.
And I got Eagles 27-17.
Okay.
We'll see you after the game. We're gonna have a post game, live stream. Give you our reactions to the game.
Also, be checking socials because by socials I mean Instagram. Just check Instagram. On the story, I'll be updating the bingo board so that if you lose track, just go to our Instagram story. You'll see where we're at with bingo in case you lose track. So don't forget about that.
Don't forget about that. We will see you after the game. Let's go Birds. Let's go Birds.
Woo!
All the fans, let's unite here. Let's get this victory here in 15 minutes. Let's go.
Jalen Carter's the X Factor. Don't